Good morning, guys. It's Andrew from 510 Books. I'm here in the warehouse. Monday morning, June 14th, 2021. Got about an hour in the warehouse before I need to go pick up my kids from school. It's their last week of school. This video, I wanted to share with you how this weekend was good. I had great sales for eBay over the weekend. Amazon, not so much, but eBay did really well. And I want to share some of that with you because even though it's June, beginning of June, and I know I talked about how sales can slow down during this time, do slow down. It can still happen where you get some decent sales. So I want to share with you a couple lots that I sold and some individual items, that type of thing. So let me share with you here. So as you can see, I sold some good stuff. I sold a VHS lot. Yes, VHS. A book lot and another book lot, and then back here is all the individual stuff. So now, do I recommend that you go deep into VHS tapes? No, but you shouldn't be on the hunt for VHS tapes unless you're looking for individual rare VHS tapes in certain categories that can go for good money. Of course, you should be on the lookout for those always because there are a lot. There's hundreds of those, if not more, that you can sell for individually for good money. Like kids stuff, old kids programming, some documentaries, some live events, music events, a lot of horror movies, cult movies, B-type movies, slasher movies, that kind of stuff. But if you do come across a lot of VHS tapes and you're getting them for dirt cheap or even for free, it's worth it to put some together and try to see if you can sell them on eBay. Now, I would recommend things like this. Like this is the Magic School Bus. Whoops. And there were just a ton of these. This is actually from a Gaylord, I think. Yeah, this is from 2 Gaylord orders ago. I had 3 Gaylords, and there were a bunch of VHS tapes in some of the Gaylords. They weren't normally I don't have VHS tapes in the Gaylords I order, but this happened to be that they had those. They were raw mixed media, so they're going to have stuff like VHS tapes, like cassette tapes, like I had laser discs. That's where those laser discs were, that kind of stuff. And if there is VHS tapes, if there are VHS tapes, chances are most of them are going to be duds and not even going to be worth attempting to sell. Even if you have like 40 kids VHS tapes, unless they're from the same series, I wouldn't recommend putting them together. Even if they're Disney, I've tried that in the past. And unless you know some secret of how to sell Disney VHS tapes for money, in a lot, then I would skip those. But if you have certain series, right? So if you have a ton of Magic School Bus, or if you have, it could be any series at all. It could be like 20, 30, Dora the Explorer, whatever it is, I would test it out. I would always look on eBay first. You're not gonna get a ton of money for it, but if you have the space, you have the patience, and you wanna make a little extra money off those VHS tapes, you can try to do that. So this sat for, well, probably like 3 months or so. 2 to 3 months. I had it listed for $24.99 plus shipping because I had looked and I saw that some people were buying lots of the Magic School Bus on eBay. And I want to get a little bit more money for it than if I just auctioned it off really quickly because I know I wouldn't get much money. This is something that I have to sit on and wait around for the right buyer. And I took an offer. Now, I asked $24.99 plus shipping, but I priced it not super high, not ridiculously high, but knowing that I would be okay if there was a lower offer. It depends how low, $5, I'm not going to accept that offer, but they came at me with $15, and there's 13 of them. So there's 13 of the Magic School Bus VHS tapes, and I took the deal because it's a little over $1 per tape, and that's great for me. Plus shipping, right? They're paying for shipping, so I'm happy with that for VHS tapes. This is something that, if I only had like 3 or 4 of these, I would have just tossed them because it's just not worth it. But since I had 13 of them, I figured, it was worth it to give it a shot. And most of the VHS tapes I came across were not worth it. I did find some that were worth listing individually, but it was only a handful, probably like a dozen or so. It wasn't that many. Now, you might ask me, well, did you test those VHS tapes? I did not, and I put it in the listing that I didn't test them, and I didn't rewind them. Well, this one's rewound, but I didn't rewind them You know, unless the lot of VHS tapes is worth some really good money, which there are going to be some that are worth good money, then I probably wouldn't spend your time rewinding them or checking each one to see if it plays. I do have a VHS player, or sorry, a VCR at home connected to a TV that I can use. And if I come across individual VHS tapes that are worth money, then I will definitely test those, rewind those. I won't watch the whole entire tape, but I will just watch a little bit of it just to make sure that it's playing right and it's not funky and that kind of thing, because the tape can get damaged. So you never know. Now, this one here, this lot of books from an author, Richard Halliburton. Well, it just has Halliburton there. But this person, long time ago, let's see when this book was published. I think it's going to be like 30s and 40s. So this one is, oh no, this one's 1925. So all the way back to the 20s as well. This was like a, not explorer, but like traveler, adventurer kind of person who, although maybe he was, because he was going to different, groups of people, and he would go and live with them and that kind of thing. I don't know exactly, but there's a lot of photos of him with his wife traveling all over the place and spending a significant amount of time with different populations. So anyway, these are much older books, vintage books. There's 6 of them. And this came from that storage unit that I bought out. Remember, I made a video over a year ago. It was actually June of last year when I bought it. But those I just listed recently. So those have not been listed for a year. Those have been listed probably a little over a month or so. But I looked on eBay, and it showed that people were buying some of his books individually, but there weren't any lots on there. So I figured, well, he sold quite a few of his individual books have sold, and it varied. Some of them were going for really cheap, $10 or less. Some of them were going for more. So I figured I'll just put all these together. There were a few in there that were going for a little more money individually than the rest of them. So I figured those would help sell the entire lot. And so I priced it at $49.99. I'm trying to remember if I charged shipping or not. I can't remember if I charged shipping. But regardless, still, $49.99. And somebody bought them. So that was a great deal, or a great sale. And again, that was from over 2,000 books and that I bought for a couple $100 a year ago. So I've made thousands of dollars off of that buy. And I keep selling stuff from there. And some of the individual stuff that I sold over this weekend also came from that lot, that huge buy as well. There was just a lot of great books in there, a lot of older books. So that was a great sale. And then I have this one here, which is, well, here, a commentary on the whole Bible. So this is a 6 volume, like I just read it, 6 volume set. This is the complete set. This was actually donated to me. I saw the name that I put on there when I looked at it on eBay when it sold, but I couldn't remember exactly who it was that donated it to me. But somebody donated this to me, possibly during one of my warehouse sales, but it has not been listed that long. Not at this last sale, but the previous one I had in May. I believe it was donated during that one. But anyway, when I took a look at them, you're not sure, is this worth any money? It looks similar to like encyclopedia sets, that kind of thing. But when I looked it up, turns out this is worth some good money. And I sold it for $95 plus shipping. And it did not take that long. So if you ever find this one, complete set, 6 volumes, a commentary on the whole Bible, Revel, I guess, is the publisher, or Revel, then definitely, if you get it for free, of course, but if you can buy it even for, $10 or whatever, then definitely, try to pick it up, because that sold pretty quick and it sells for great money. And these are in solid condition as well. You know, I mean, I would say they're good condition. They're not, they don't look brand new or anything, but they're in solid condition. So those 3 lots sold. I sold another lot that is DVDs and CDs, like audiobook CDs, not music CDs. Believe it or not, though, this one has sold twice. The first time they didn't pay me. Well, I'll leave it. This guy, Kevin Lehman, so it's religious themed stuff, CD, DVDs. So that one sold, oh boy, wish I could remember exactly how much, maybe 15 bucks, 12 bucks, something like that, plus shipping. So I'm glad to get rid of those, because it's annoying when you sell something and they don't pay and then you have to relist it. But that happens. And that was from Gaylord. So that was from 3 Gaylords that I bought from a different source than my normal source, who actually sells online on Amazon and eBay, and actually went through all the Gaylords. And then I got them primarily to look for stuff for my local sale, but then I was pleasantly surprised to find a lot of stuff in there that I could sell on eBay. Not so much on Amazon, but on eBay. So I have sold a lot of stuff on eBay from those Gaylords, which just speaks to the fact that every reseller is different. Some people are looking for certain things and they're going to skip on other stuff. Some people are just going to focus on Amazon, or maybe they're focusing on only high dollar stuff, or maybe they don't want to do lots. But when I saw that there were this many by the same guy, I knew that this would be good on eBay for a lot. You can make a lot of money putting together lots, getting the eye for putting together media lots, whether it's DVDs, CDs, VHS tapes, books, audiobooks, records too, records also, of course video games. But you know, all that, if you get good at figuring out what sells in a lot on eBay, you can have really, you can make a lot more money off of things that you might just skip otherwise. Especially since if you already have it in your possession, if you already bought it, or you got it as, you know, someone gave it to you, whatever, instead of just tossing it, you know, giving it away, whatever, you can potentially turn some of that stuff into money. Let's see. So also I sold books, which are all older, more vintage books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. And then I sold a CD. I haven't been selling that many CDs, unfortunately, and I have a good amount listed on eBay, so hopefully that picks up. This is a Spanish one, Spanish language one. Just sold for like 11 bucks. And that one was from a Gaylord. The same Gaylord that I got the VHS tapes from. Again, you know, not again, but I will always look when I go through Gaylords, you know, unsorted Gaylords, not the ones that I got from that guy who's already a reseller, unless I see something unique that looks, you know, unique to look up. I always look on Amazon first for CDs and video games as well, to get an idea if something, you know, is in demand, what kind of price it's going for, see if I can sell it on Amazon and what those prices are. And then some of them I'll look up on eBay for individual sale. And this was one of them, and this probably took, I don't know, 3 to 4 months to sell. I have a book here. Where's this from? Doesn't say. Joshua Giddings and the Tactics of Radical Politics. So this is an older book. I had it listed for $34.99. This is from 1970. So I have the dust jacket, even though it's got some, you know, tears and whatnot, damage. And I took a $25 offer. Another thing too is I'll get offers that are like this one, $10 below what I'm asking, but I always know that when I price it, well, I usually try to price it if there's other ones right at the lowest price, unless it's ridiculously low, or unless I have an exceptional copy in terms of an incredible condition, a copy in an incredible condition. And we usually price right around the lowest price. And I feel the lowest price is way too high, I'll price lower too. And also, of course, look at what has sold. So when I get the offer, I'll take a look on eBay and I'll say, hey, you know, what has this sold for in the last 3 months? Real quick on my app, because it only goes back 3 months, versus on eBay, you can look back 12 months. But if I just have my app, and I'll see, and I saw for this one, it has not sold in the last 3 months. So I said, well, I'm happy to take $25 for it, and just get out of my possession, right? Make the money and keep it going. So I'll probably make a little under 20 bucks for it. So even though I didn't get the 35 that I was asking, 25 is great. This one, Birds of the Pacific States, which was, oh, right. So this is from an estate sale that I bought out. I don't know. When was that? That was probably early this year, I believe, is when I did it. I spent $200 on probably like 600 books, maybe more. I filled up the back of my vehicle, back of the truck, and I was a little unsure about whether I had made a good buy, because I didn't really look at them individually, but I saw that there's a lot of older books. I had a ton of books about painting. Turns out this woman was a painter. Also, she taught painting, and she went to China every year to teach painting, and so she had all these books in Chinese about painting. Anyway, I sold a bunch of those off in lots, and that helped me recoup my money and then get into making profit on that. And so here's another example of one that sold. This one sold, I think it was $13.99. So not a big profit, but again, they trickle in right over time. Even though that's something that I'm already in the profit with that a long time ago. Well, I'm still selling them, so I'm still making money off of that buy. With that one, I basically just contacted the estate sale company through Instagram, and they said, sure, because I said, if you have books left over, I'd be interested in buying them, and they said okay, and got me in contact with the person who was putting on the sale. Anyway, so that worked out. There's this one, Red Dragon, Thomas Harris. Might be a first edition. This was from the storage buy where I bought the 2,000 books. This one sold for, I believe, $19.99, I think. It's either $19.99 or $16.99. Anyway, so that one sold for good money. This one, Geography of California, Fairbanks. This one I think is pretty old as well, and you can tell by looking at it. It's pretty old. 1923, well, here. 1923 to 1924, it says. So that is about 100 years old. And this one sold for $19.99. It's I believe it's a textbook. Well, no, it's like more of Geography of California, but. So that sold for $20. That's nice. The Glass Harmonica, look out for this book. This one's valuable. This one is the first edition, first printing. And this is from the storage unit buy for $2,000. $2,000, wow. That I spent a couple $100 on that had over 2,000 books. And this one sold for $44.99. And as it says right here, first printing, if you can see it. So this one's got, I think it's got some cool, drawings. So whenever you see stuff like this, it's got all this cool artwork, and it's a much older book. Always look those up on eBay for sure. That's a perfect book to sell on eBay. All of these books are the kind of books that fit for eBay. Most of them are older. 1970 was probably the newest book in there, all the way back to 1923. So older vintage books, collectible books that are first edition, first printing, if they're signed, that kind of stuff is, if there's a lot of cool photos, old photos, drawings, artwork, that kind of stuff, look those up. So I got those from a variety of places: estate sale buy, from the buy, wow, the storage unit buy. So all over the place. So yeah, so that's a good. It was a good weekend for me on eBay. I'm glad for that. So now I'm going to pack those lots up, so I can put them in the truck and have those ready to ship out today. So I think I have 10 items to ship out. And then I had some auctions that finished last week, and those I'm going to ship out as well, that they paid me on today. And I've got a ton of auctions running right now that will end. Some will end this week. Some will end on the weekend, and a bunch will end next week. So I'll have a lot of sales through those auctions and hopefully get lots of bids. All right, guys. So keep it positive during June. If your sales are down, if they've gone up a little bit, great. You know, maybe next weekend won't be as good as this weekend. Who knows? But keep listing as much as you can. You know, keep buying to list with the intention of listing. And you never know, right? Because I'm going to finish going through those Godzilla DVDs and all those DVDs that I bought at the last warehouse sale, so that I can clear those out. Hopefully I'll be done clearing those out today. Oh, and hold on. This is turning into a really long video, but I just want to say, and I got a donation of books that was in the front of the entryway of my warehouse, which is what I've been wanting to do for so long, is turn this into a donation destination. So still working on that. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.